So about a woman must go through anger to access other emotions, to access respect or love. Say more about that. You're a master of that.
Well, when she's in this spot, my gut feeling is that yes, she's filled with anger, yes, she's filled with resentment, and is the perfect one to put that on because what's underneath that is herself. What's underneath that is fear of her not being a sexual person, her fear of not, like you said, not having the options, that, being trapped in the house. The fix is her, and that's terrifying. In order to give up the control she feels with the anger, the control that she feels, and your life kind of makes sense if she's angry at the world and all this kind of stuff. World makes sense. For her to deep dive down underneath that takes a tremendous amount of courage. I bust into tears when a client of mine does that, because I know how courageous that is. That's the bravest thing they've ever done in their life, is to say, okay, I am scared that I am broken. If a woman says something like that, and then to explore, okay, well, what's underneath the sexuality, and then there may be something big underneath there. The first time she had made love or something, that guy just bonked her and used her and never talked to her again. I mean, just as simple as that. She could have that. That could be a major trauma underneath that she's never faced, never looked at herself. It's easier to look at her husband and saying he's the reason that I'm miserable. There's a gear there that she's has yet to access, that is, it's like that nitroglycerin button in the car. She knows if she hits it, everything's going to go so fast for her in her head, and she's going to have to face things that she's never faced. That it's horrifying. So
Yeah, Jason, what would you say would be the next step to consider? This is new, opening her. This is great. So what would you say
right,
is the next phase?
that aspect of praising her when she's expressing anything, and praising that as her feminine, and helping her feel okay with, he's not going to break if she lets something out. He's right in the fact that she's making an assumption that every time I share something big about myself, he breaks. He takes it personally. He takes it, all this kind of stuff, or he wants to fix it. I don't know what needs fixed yet, so just fucking back off. That's kind of what's going through her head. I don't know what's wrong with me because I'm scared to go there. So don't push me there. But for him to just praise her and let her know, hey, I really appreciate that you shared the anger. It hurt, and that's okay. You know, creating his own life, his own direction, and smiling, being happy around the house, accepting as normal as this is the normal that I'm in, and I'm good with it. Would probably give her a little bit of freedom. And if she can find somebody to talk to, that's probably going to be the biggest thing. I mean, I'm not saying that the husbands are incapable of doing that, but you're the focus. You're the focus of whether fairly or not, the husbands become the focus of their being miserable, because one, it's socially acceptable. Two, you're the closest one to them, and you've been the closest one to them in their life. So if they hate themselves, showing hatred towards you is the next best thing, rather than outwardly hating themselves, which they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Right? If you can put yourself into acceptance of this is my normal, and not so much ignoring her, not, or anything like that, but really enjoying those bits and parts of her that you, that's in secret, but she's gonna feel it. I mean, you see her walk by in a pretty skirt, and you fill yourself up with enjoyment. That's my wife. And yeah, my normal right now sucks because I can't touch it, but that's okay.